North Nation! And get ready for the best high school football highlights of the Shore!
Shore Sports North!
A beautiful night for high school football on the Jersey Shore. I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for logging on to ShoreSportsZone.com for our Friday night highlight show. We've got cameras all around Monmouth and Ocean County, and as we always do, not a lot of talking on camera, a lot of getting right to the action. So we'll start here at Middletown North, where a great showdown between the Caseys of RBC and the hometown Lions from Middletown North.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Red Bank Catholic is brought to you by Immediate Care Medical Walk-In of Red Bank.
North Nation setting a great atmosphere. The Lions want this one bad. What a notch on their belt if they could top RBC. Donald Glenn in the offense going right to work. Glenn up top to Brendan Kuby. He just keeps making big catches. It sets up the first score of the football game. Connor Welsh from 3 yards out. The Lions have a 7-0 lead, but later in the first quarter, Connor Welsh would go down unconfirmed, but it looks like a broken wrist. So Connor Welsh will be on the shelf for an extended period of time. We wish him a speedy recovery. The Lions lose a key cog. How about RBC answering right back with big time running from this guy, Zach Bear. Inside the 20-yard line. And then it's Tom Lang. This is a beautiful ball. Get some air on that. Max Hazard, go and get it. Hazard with a 6-yard touchdown catch. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Lang threw another moon ball, but this time it comes down in the hands of a North defender. Sam Santiago with the INT right at you. And Donald Glenn was able to pick apart the RBC secondary. This time it's Mark Serbo, 61 yards. Connor Welsh is down, next man up. Serbo comes through big. It's 14-7 Lions. Then Middletown North stepping up on defense. The quarterback sack right here by Nick Cafone. Meanwhile, on the RBC side, this was a big play. 4th and 5, North driving. Check out Matt Ansel. Big, huge stick right there. The Caseys get the football back. Ansel had a fantastic game on defense. And it was time for Zach Bear to go back to work. Works his way to the outside. Another touchdown run, his second of the game. We're tied up at 14 apiece. But the Lions, with no Connor Welsh, they turn to another talent. Dwight Wilkerson, 23 yards. Awesome job by the O-line there blocking. 20-14. Middletown North up 6. Now there's a freshman on RBC. Get ready to hear a lot of this team. That's Kevin Ballman. Wow, that is unbelievable that a freshman, look at him. He's big time. Now that play was wiped out due to a penalty, but Bauman played a big role in this game. Final play of the first half, the field goal attempt by Ryan O'Hara is blocked. Middletown North up 6 at the half, 20-14, second half. More turnovers created by the North defense. That was a great stick on Bear. Mark Serbo recovers the fumble, but RBC gets it right back. Zach Bear gets his 3rd touchdown of the game. It's 21-20, RBC up 1. And back and forth it goes. Glenn to Brendan Kuby. Looks like a nice little short play. Kuby escapes, and there he goes. Down the far sideline, deep into RBC territory. But RBC bend but don't break. They come up with a huge turnover here. Off the deflection, Gino Tartamello with the INT. Now we see a lot of Zach Bear. They had another great run here in the backfield for RBC. This is Nick Bruska. He did some really good things in this football game, all the way down to the 15, and it would lead to this. Great sell here. Boy, I thought Zach Baer had it. It's play action to Kevin Bauman, the freshman tight end. His first varsity touchdown. What a time to get it. The extra point is no good, so it's 27-20. RBC is up 7. Last play of the third. This was a wild one. Zach Baer laterals it to Logan Whelan, and there goes Whelan. A 30-yard gain, but RBC could not score on this drive, so it's a 7-point game. And Donald Glenn, great ball fake right there. It's like a good third look, and it's Brock Zanker, a 47-yard gain. Same drive, 4th and 13 from the 23-yard line. This right here is as pretty as you'll see. Glenn to Brendan Kuby. Oh man, that is unbelievable. That is a Division I college play by both guys. Kuby gets the equalizer, 27-27 with 8:11 to go. But RBC would turn to its ground game, and Zach Baer, who had a monster game, puts the Caseys in position for the win. With a minute to go, it's Ryan O'Hara from 24 yards, and it's good. Casey's faithful love it. 58.8 seconds to go. Donald Glenn needs to go 69 yards, but it's picked off by Matt Ansell. Ansell seals the deal for RBC. Good job of sliding right there. And the Caseys are able to take a few knees and get a huge road victory. This was one fun football game, and we saw two really good football teams go toe-to-toe. Middletown North falls short as it's RBC with a 30-27 win over the Lions. You see the numbers for Zach Baer, 25 carries, 167 yards, and 3 touchdowns. The big MVP of this game has to be the Red Bank Catholic offensive line. They were able to open up holes and create nearly 300 yards of ground attack. Coach Frank Edgerly gives credit to the beef up front for winning a big road victory. This football game was to turn to the ground attack.
I tell you what, it's a very good team we played, but from tackle to tackle, our guys up front got it done, okay? We have 2 real good backs that were running with a chip on their shoulder, okay? And we're running with confidence. So even when our drive stalled out, okay, we are moving the ball down the field. But I'll tell you, it was no secret, okay? We were leaning on those guys up front.
I placed a tee down, saw help of Brandon Labano holding it down, Briggs holding, snapping the ball, and I just look ahead and just kick it right through, keep my head down. I felt great being a part of a huge team, winning it. It feels amazing.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Ocean Township is brought to you by AdPro Imprints. Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Middletown South is brought to you by Angela Alessi and Weichert Realtors.
We've got a dandy at the Swamp in Middletown. The Eagles of Middletown South hosting Ocean. Middletown South with that huge win against RBC last week. Ocean was shocked by the Wall Crimson Knights, but this Ocean Township Spartan team came to play. Anthony Tedesco getting things going. That's a 21-yard run, and it would lead to this. Kenny Pickett. Look at him elude the rush, and look at this ball. Joey Aldarelli, 52 yards. It's 7-0 Ocean in the first. The Eagles would get on the board thanks to this Dennis Brown 25-yard field goal, but it was Ocean setting the tone early. It's Pickett to Cam Thompson. This is a 19-yard gain, and Kenny Pickett was doing some damage. Here's Pickett with the swing pass to Anthony Tedesco. Look at how hard this young man is to get brought down. Tedesco is a nightmare for opposing defenses. Look at him just bulldoze his way into the end zone. Man, that is awesome. Anthony Tedesco makes it 14-3 Ocean. Sound the upset alert. But this Middletown South team never gets flustered. They're down 11 at home. That's okay. They've got plenty of weapons like this guy, Anthony Summy, the sophomore, up the middle. And then Anish Agarwal going to the air. Jeremy Joyce. 39 yards. We got a 14-9 game with 4:35 to go in the half. More adversity for Middletown South, this time on special teams. Samson Dubé having trouble with the punt snap. Ocean gets the ball back in outstanding field position. Ryan Moran recovered. but the Middletown South defense is able to come up with a huge play here. Pickett trying to create something, but the ball pops out of his hand. That was Matt Tardy stripping Jake Krellin with the recovery. That's a huge, huge play. Late in the first half, down 5. Agrawal goes to the air, and it's Max Imshow. Oh my. 39 yards with 12 seconds left and 16-14 at the half. South has all the momentum, but first play of the third quarter, Ocean gets it back. Pickett to Mike Krug. This is a 51-yard gain, and Ocean's back in business. And it would lead to this. Pickett to Joey Aldarelli. That's a great play right there. Joey Aldarelli is in the end zone, 11 yards, and the Spartans are going to go for 2, and it's the same combo. Pickett to Aldarelli. Ocean has a 6-point lead, 22-16, Spartans in front. But South answers right back. They were like heavyweights throwing haymakers. Wow. Agrawal to Max Imshow. The Eagles take the lead back. It's 23-22 Middletown South. This might be the biggest play of the game right here. Middletown South with a 1-point lead. Both teams trading touchdowns. Watch number 20, Chaz Alessi. Middletown South causes the strip. The Eagles get the ball back. And this is huge. The momentum goes back to Middletown South. They're up 1. They've got great field position. And Agrawal going to cash in on that big, big turnover. Swinging the pass to Samson Dubé. Dubé is in the zone. 3 touchdowns in the first, 2:44 of the second half. Eagles up 8-30-22. Ocean would drive the ball down to the Middletown South 30. This Kenny Pickett is so elusive and is able to create plays, but this one goes off the receiver. It's picked off by Jeremy Joyce. And while there were so many big plays at the end, Middletown South's defense was able to make enough big plays. Here, Pickett trying to get his team back, down 8, a great run. He goes out of bounds. Fourth quarter now, same drive. Pickett buys himself time. He is brought down by Max Imshow. He does it on offense and he does it on defense. And then Pickett once again on the move. You can see why he's a Division I quarterback heading to the Pitt Panthers. But this pass is picked off in the end zone by Samson Dubé. So up 8, Middletown South now is going to turn to its O-line to create some holes for the sophomore Anthony Summy. Spin move, and Summy goes into Ocean territory. And Middletown South finally able to deliver the knockout punch, and it comes from Anthony Summy. An 11-yard touchdown run closes out the scoring, and the Middletown South Eagles come through with a 37-22 win over Ocean Township. Anish Agrawal, the transfer from Homedale, the new Eagles quarterback, was fantastic. He threw 4 touchdown passes. Max Imshow with 2 TD catches, 62 and 41 yards. We saw him with a sack. He does it all. Ryan Olson did an awesome job of shooting these highlights as we were able to see, I think, maybe the best 1 and 2 team in New Jersey. Don't count out Ocean Township. They were able to go on the road after a tough loss last week to Wall and really make a statement that they're capable of attacking any defense in the state of New Jersey. But it's Middletown South continuing to find a way to win with so much talent. You saw it on display as the Eagles win by 15 at home over Ocean. Let's go to Brick Township. The Green Dragons hosting Jackson Memorial. These two teams have had some epic battles over the past 2 years, but this game a different story. Brick Township had a 16-0 lead at the half. Third quarter, Josh Garrett blocks the punt and falls on the football. Garrett had 2 blocked punts in this game, and he gives Brick Township some great field position. Anthony Costanza has proven he's more than capable of leading this Brick Township offense. Look at this run right here. Costanza gets it into the zone. That's awesome. Third TD run of the game for Anthony Costanza. 23-0 Brick Township in front. Another turnover for Brick Township. This time it's Nick Malta falling on the loose football. Early in the fourth, Brick Township in complete control. And then it's time to showcase the dangerous Jasir Taylor. Look at the jet sweep. This one would have been a top play nominee, but it's called back due to a penalty. No worries, because 2 plays later, the flag is picked up. Jasir Taylor's in at quarterback, and he caps off the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. Awesome job by that Brick Township offensive line that makes it 29-0 Brick Township. Late in the fourth, Jackson Memorial able to prevent the shutout. Dan Barker scores from 7 yards out, but it was all Brick Township in this one. 29-6 is your final. This was a statement. The Green Dragons are not only going to be the team to beat in A South, but they are going to be among the very best in the Shore Conference. We want to thank the great fans of Brick Township and Jackson Memorial who always support Shore Sports Zone whenever we're at their games. We are working hard to find a sponsor for both of these schools. We want to be able to show so many more games of both Jackson Memorial and Brick Township. So hopefully we can find a sponsor so we'll be able to chronicle what could be an amazing season at Brick Township. Great to be at Brick Memorial High School. We get our first look at 2 great teams, the Mustangs and the Toms River North Mariners. Opening drive of the game, Grant McKelvey hits Derek Robertson. Nice pump fake right there. Robertson keeping his feet in bounds. Nice catch right there, good for 23 yards. But the Toms River North defense comes up with a huge stop. Pete LaQuaglia dragging down Tony Thorpe. Turnover on downs, and it's time for Mike Husney and the Mariners offense to go to work. Husney is the real deal. Here he finds Darian Carrington. This is gorgeous. Carrington for 34 yards. That caps off a 91-yard drive. 6-0 Toms River North in front. More Toms River North defense. They are disruptive. Cole LaBatch causes the fumble, and he falls on the loose football. The Mariners take over at the 35-yard line. Second quarter, Mike Husney, the definition of dual threat. Pumps it right in from 3 yards out. It's 13-0 Mariners. Brick Memorial would catch a break here as the punt is blocked. That's Keyshawn Carter. Great job right there. The Mustangs with a chance to get right back in the game. But this Toms River North defense is tenacious and opportunistic because Janair Bradley comes up with the INT, and Bradley is gone. Pick 6 time for Janair Bradley. 70 yards. Great play right there. It's 20-0 Toms River North. And we salute this Toms River North defense one more time. Darren Blackwell. Oh, that's a big-time quarterback sack. Wow. We always like to show the touchdowns. We always like to show the big pass plays and the big runs. But in this game, it was a treat to showcase the Toms River North defense. 40-12 winners over Brick Memorial. You see the numbers for Mike Husney. When you add up his running totals along with his passing yards, 321 yards in all. He threw 3 TD passes. You saw the one to Darian Carrington. He ran for 2. We showed you one there. And great play by the Toms River North defense gets the Mariners to 2-0 in this young season.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the Raritan Rockets is brought to you by Bayshore Community Bank. Shore Sports Zone's coverage of the St. John Vianney Lancers is brought to you by Paver Restoration.
Let's go to Hazlitt. The Raritan Rockets coming off a tough loss to Rumson Fairhaven. Rockets back at home facing another tough foe in St. John Vianney, and the Chris Chukwuneke show was on full display. Look at Chris Chuck go. Committed to Villanova. This guy is going to be fun to watch every single week. And how about this offensive line? Jamal Beatty, we spotlight him number 52. This guy's going to Rutgers, and you can see why. Look at how quick he is off the ball. Oh, Coach Chris Ash has got to love that, and Chris Chukwuneke likes it even more because he's all the way down to the 16. Next play, Chris Chukwuneke. The first of 5 touchdown runs for Chris Chuck. He had a monster game at 7-0 Lancers in front. St. John Vianney going with 2 quarterbacks this year. We see a great run here by Hazik Daniels, 19 yards. It would lead to another Chris Chukwuneke run, 14-0 Lancers. Mark Carnevale trying to get the Raritan offense going. That's a nice pass there to Vinny DiCarlo. Move the chains, and the Rockets get on the board. Carnevale swings it out to Vito Aleo, 7-yard touchdown, 14-7. We got a football game. But on the very next play, the ensuing kickoff, here comes a statement by St. John Vianney. They've got a lot of weapons, including this guy, Zaire Sterling. Oh, great move right there. And when Zaire Sterling gets in the open field, check out the speed. He's got another gear right there, able to shed the tackle. Guess what? You'll see that on Top Play Sunday morning on ShoreSportsZone.com. 95 yards for Zaire Sterling on the kickoff return. That made it 20-7. And the St. John Vianney Lancers are now 2-0 on the season thanks to a 41-14 win over Raritan. The numbers for Chris Chukwuneke are impressive. 21 carries, 171 yards, 5 touchdowns. The Lancers defense continues to play outstanding in its first 2 weeks as St. John Vianney gets a big win on the road, 41-14 over Raritan.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Red Bank Regional is brought to you by Navasink Electrical.
We've got a pink out in Matawan. The Huskies home opener taking on Red Bank Regional. RBR with a 17-7 lead in the third quarter. But Matawan's going to turn the tide as Jake Berlew picks off Chris Barnegat. The Huskies are in business. And Berlew goes to work. Nice slant pass here to Ray Bellany. And Matawan, early in the fourth quarter, about to get this game real close. Jake Berlew doesn't see anyone open. He takes it himself, and he's able to get it past the plane of the goal. Touchdown, Jake Berlew. 17-14. We've got a 3-point ball game. Berlew would get it back with a chance to tie or take the lead, but check out the RBR defense and Omar Stewart. That is the big play of the game for the Bucks. Stewart comes up with an INT with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Matawan would get one more chance very late in the game, but outstanding pressure here by the front four. And the Red Bank Regional Buccaneers are able to score their first win of 2016, and it's an impressive one on the road. 17-14 is your final. The leader of the Red Bank Regional defense, Chris Outerbridge. He had 12 tackles and 2 sacks. Chris Barnegat had a TD run and a TD pass as Red Bank Regional leans on its defense in the end and comes up with a 7-point victory against Matawan.
Shore Sports Zone's coverage of Shore Regional is brought to you by Surf Pro of Eatontown Long Branch.
Let's wrap things up with a shootout. Shore Regional hosting Barnegat. The Blue Devils had their 20-game win streak snapped last week by Asbury Park. Barnegat coming off an impressive win against Donovan Catholic. Here's Matt Pinnell, the Shore Regional quarterback. His pass is deflected. It's picked off by Hunter Morrow. Morrow comes up with a big turnover early in this football game. But Shore Regional would settle down and lean on a stable of running backs. Great balance here by Mark Russo. All the way down to the 28-yard line. And this is what Coach Kaz does. He wheels in different guys. Here, it's Lucas Jackie. Almost gets in. He's down at the 1-yard line. No worries, because Matt Pinnell burrows his way into the end zone. Shore Regional's on the board with a 7-0 lead. Matt Pinnell is going to be fun to watch if you're a Shore Regional football fan. Look at this elusiveness. Great cutback right there. Good vision. And it's Pinnell all the way down to the 20-yard line. It sets up Lucas Jackie. He gets in the paint this time. Touchdown Shore. It's 14-0 at the half. Blue Devils with a 14-7 lead. During halftime, Shore Regional honoring its outstanding season in all sports. They won the ShopRite Cup for Group 1. Best overall team of all the Group 1 schools in New Jersey. Well deserved for Shore Regional. Second half now. Here's Pinnell. Back to the air. Paul Christopher and the big fella inside the 10-yard line. And Shore with that great blocking up front. Lucas Jackie back in the end zone once again. It's now 21-7 Shore Regional in front. and Pinnell was able to really mix the run and pass well. Good job right here. That run allows a lot of openings like this one. Russo from 33 yards out. Mark Russo makes it a 27-7 game. Barnegat's going to be a fun offense to watch this year. This is Connor Lustenberger with the pass to Hunter Morrow, and Hunter Morrow doing it on both sides of the ball. Had that pick early in the game, and there he goes. Hunter Morrow, 65 yards, makes it 27-14. But Shore Regional just had too much firepower in this one. Josh Campy up the middle, 10 yards, gets it into the paint. And the Shore Regional Blue Devils start a new win streak after a 41-28 win over Barnegat. Pinnell had 2 TD runs and a TD pass. Mark Russo, you saw that 33-yard touchdown catch. Great job by Shore Regional bouncing back after an in-division loss against Asbury Park on the road. They come back home. They beat a Barnegat team that's a traditional B-South power. These are 2 teams that have had great winning records in the last 5 to 6 years. It's the Blue Devils winning in a shootout, 41-28 over Barnegat. Our Week 2 coverage continues with our Saturday highlight show. We will post our highlights sometime on Saturday evening. We're hoping to get to 5 more games as we continue to bring you wall-to-wall highlights of high school football in the Shore Conference. And don't forget, coming up on Sunday, vote for the top play and top performer for our Monmouth Building Center game balls. Thanks so much to our sponsors who allow us to bring you this great action each and every day, as well as our great team at Shore Sports Zone. It is always a thrill for us to capture so many great moments in high school football. I'm Rich Krampanis. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on Saturday with more high school football action right here on ShoreSportsZone.com.